What if I told you that the most powerful pharmacy on the entire planet is actually already inside you? Today, we're going to dive into the human body's incredible built in ability to heal itself and figure out how we can start working with it instead of against it.
So let's just kick things off with a huge question, one that can kind of shift your whole perspective on health. Is the body just inherently flawed, destined to break down? Or is it actually designed with this amazing capacity to heal? Well, everything we're looking at today argues really, really strongly for that second one.
So, when it comes to health, you can really look at it from two totally different angles. On one side, you've got the conventional approach, which often just treats the symptoms. It's kind of like finding a dead leaf on a plant and just painting it green. Sure, it looks a little better for a minute, but it doesn't solve the real problem. The holistic path, though, that's different. It asks, hey, why is this plant wilting in the first place? And it goes right to the root of the problem to bring the whole system back into balance.
And this right here, this is a huge mindset shift. Symptoms, they're not the bad guy here. They're just your body's dashboard warning light. I mean, think about it. You would never just slap a piece of tape over the check engine light in your car and pretend everything's fine, right? Of course not. You'd look under the hood. Well, symptoms are your body's way of saying, hey, time to look under the hood.
So, okay, if healing isn't just some kind of magic trick, then what is it? Well, the way to think about it is actually a lot more tangible. Healing is basically a biological equation. And you know what's great about equations? They can be solved.
And here is that very equation. Let's call it the resilience equation. Just picture a classic balancing scale. On one side, you've got your load. That's all the stuff weighing you down. Stress, toxins, not enough sleep, all of it. And on the other side, you've got your resilience. That's your body's incredible natural ability to bounce back. Now, when the load gets too heavy, things start to break down. But, and this is the amazing part, the very second you tip those scales the other way, either by reducing the load or by boosting your resilience, your body instinctively knows what to do. It just starts to heal.
So, how do we actually do that? How do we tip the scales? Well, it's not a guessing game. There's actually a pretty clear, structured pathway. Think of it less like a random process and more like a journey with three distinct stages. Let's take a look. Now, this three-stage pathway is laid out in this order for a really good reason. You can't just skip to the end. First, you have to restore, which is all about lightening the body's burden. Only after you've done that can you really rebalance its core systems. And once everything's stable, then the body can finally enter the regenerate phase. And that's where the truly deep healing really gets going. So, step one, restore. This is all about creating a sanctuary for your body. You can almost think of it as that deep exhale your body has been waiting to take. The whole goal here is to calm the nervous system down and help the body clear out all the built up stress and junk that's been weighing it down. You're basically just clearing the path so healing can begin. Once that initial load is a bit lighter, your body can move into step two, rebalance. This stage is all about getting those core functions, like your sleep cycles and your digestion, back on track. But critically, it's about shifting your whole nervous system out of that constant high alert fight or flight state and into the rest and digest state. And that's not just about feeling relaxed, it's a real physiological switch your body has to flip to be able to repair itself. And finally, we get to regeneration. This is the ultimate goal, right? This is when you stop just getting by and you actually start to thrive. Your body now has extra energy and all the top quality building blocks it needs to do more than just patch things up. It can actually start replacing old, damaged tissue with new, healthy, vibrant tissue. But hold on, where do those top quality building blocks come from? Well, this brings us to a super critical part of the healing equation, your environment. Turns out where you heal can be just as important as how you heal.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's such a powerful and simple truth. Trying to heal while you're still surrounded by the exact same things that are adding to your body's load is, well, it's like trying to dry off while you're still standing in a rainstorm. It's just not going to work. To get a different outcome, you have to change the inputs.
And this is where your environment can become one of your best tools for healing. Just simply reducing your exposure to stressors like pollution in the city or chemicals in your house can act like a form of passive therapy. Just breathing cleaner air, for example, actively lowers your body's defensive load, and that frees up so much energy for repair.
The exact same principle applies to what you eat. Regeneration requires high-quality materials. It's just that simple. Fueling your body with really nutrient-dense whole foods gives your cells those premium building blocks they're craving. For instance, things like microgreens can have up to 40 times the nutrients of their fully grown versions. That is a powerful boost for cellular repair.
Even the water you drink and bathe in can make a huge difference. By reducing your exposure to chemicals like the chlorine you find in a lot of tap water, you can lower your body's overall toxic burden. And when your body isn't spending all its energy on detoxification, it's free to redirect that energy towards healing and regeneration. See how it all connects?
So understanding all of this is fantastic. But the big question is, how do we actually put it into practice? Let's talk about some simple, practical steps you can take to activate your own healing capacity, starting like right now.
Look, you don't have to change everything all at once. Just start with these simple biological anchors. Prioritizing a consistent sleep schedule, that helps reset your body's natural repair cycles. Hydrating with clean water, that supports every single function in your cells. Creating just a few moments of quiet in your day, that helps downregulate your nervous system. And eating whole unrefined foods, well, that provides those raw building blocks we keep talking about. Every single one of these is a small step that helps shift that resilience equation in your favor.
So let's just end with this thought. Your body isn't broken. It's not your enemy. It is constantly, every single second of every day, working to maintain balance and to heal itself. So the question really isn't if it can heal. The question is, how are you going to partner with it? How will you help it succeed?